Hello everybody, thank you for coming to this news conference. My name is Stephen Brown. I'm Executive Director of the American Civil Liberties Union of Rhode Island, and I'm just going to give some introductions and have the people at the head of the table speak about what this is all about. First, I just want to explain what's in the packet that you should have. There is a news release. The news release includes everybody's name of people who are talking here. It also includes phone contact information. The next thing is a copy of the lawsuit itself that is being filed today. It has not yet been filed. It will be filed momentarily, just so you know. After that is an affidavit that's being filed with the complaint that we think is very useful information. It's from a professor who is an expert on sex offender residency statutes, who's examined it, done numerous studies, and explained the outcomes of her research and the research of others. The next document is just a sample listing. This comes from testimony that we submitted at the General Assembly when the bill was being considered. And it's just very short quotes from national organizations that have raised concerns about sex offender residency laws and their impact. And it's not from the civil rights community, it's law enforcement, correctional administrators, and so forth, raising concerns. And then you have two statements from two of the individuals who are speaking at the news conference. Let me just introduce them, and we'll get things rolling. To my immediate left is John McDonald, who is one of the two ACLU volunteer attorneys working on this case and who have filed the suit. Next to him is Jim Rysick, who is the Executive Director of the Rhode Island Coalition for the Homeless. Next to him is Sol Rodriguez, who's the Executive Director of Open Doors. And next to her is Jean Johnson, the Executive Director of House of Hope, which is the nonprofit organization that runs Harrington Hall in Cranston, which I think you'll be hearing a bit about from some of the speakers. I'd ask you to hold all questions until everybody has spoken, and then we'll be glad to answer any questions anybody has. Again, just to introduce this, the ACLU has today filed a lawsuit challenging the constitutionality of the so-called sex offender residency law that was enacted in July of this year. As you'll hear from the speakers, we think that this law is not only unconstitutional, but as a policy matter, it is ineffective, counterproductive, and more harmful than helpful to public safety.